Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial, we are making this beautiful butterfly gown. Yes, so if you've been looking for a detailed tutorial on how to make a butterfly gown, then this is the right video. Okay, so if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do wait to subscribe. If you've not liked our video, please do wait to like and share. So this is the fabric I'm making use of here. This is a sample lace. So you see, I already folded my fabric into two. Yes, after folding it into two, you fold it again. That's, you're folding into four. Yes, because we are cutting the front and back together. So you see, I folded into two. Then the next thing I'm going to do again is to fold into two again. Okay, depending on the side you want to be the length. You understand? Okay, so this is it. I already folded my fabric into four. So after folding into four, the next thing I'm going to do now, see that close part? That's the center. This place now is the center front and the center back. So from this place now, this close part, I'm going to start taking my measurement. And the first measurement I'm going to take is my shoulder measurement. Okay. So from this close part, I'll start taking my shoulder measurement. Yes. From this place, I'll take my shoulder measurement. Okay, so you mark your shoulder divided by 2. Whatever you have, you mark it. Then when you are done, from this shoulder place, you get where you want the length, that's like the sleeve, where you want it to stop. What serves as a sleeve, and that will also serve as how you want the butterfly to be. You understand? So you mark it. After that, whatever you get, then from your shoulder, that place that your starting point, whatever you have from that place, you mark it all through. Do you see what I'm doing now? You mark it all through. That's whatever you get from that starting point. Not from where the shoulder stops. So from the starting point. That's from the starting point to where you want the sleeve to stop. That place that serves as a sleeve. Then you mark it all through. Please, sorry I didn't show this earlier. You're supposed to have gotten your full length. The reason why I didn't show this is because I'm using the whole of the fabric. Okay, you must have gotten your full length plus whatever you want to use and hem it. So after that, the next thing you're going to do now is to connect the lines. I'm not connecting because I'm using white. So I'll just use dotted lines on it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do now is to get our neck. For our neck wideness, I'm using 4.5. You know, this is a butterfly, and most times the neck is always very wide. I'm using 4.5, and for the neck depth, I'm also using the same 4.5. Now, this is depending on how wide you want and the neckline you want. It's not must be a round neckline, okay? But I'm using round neckline, 4 inches, 4.5 inches wideness, and 4.5 inches depth, okay? Okay, after that, you connect the neckline. You can connect with your curve ruler. I'm using my free hand here. So after that, I went to this spot where my sleeve length will stop. The place that is serving as a sleeve length, I'll go down by 1.5 inch. Yes, I'll go down by 1.5 inch. Now this 1.5 inch is so that I'll use it and slope. That's for my shoulder slope. So I'm going to connect it to the neckline. Okay. I'm using my free hand. I'm going to connect it to the neckline. Please, it might not be so clear because this is white. I don't want so much stains. Okay. Now after connecting it, from that okay, so I want to get my full length. Yes, like I said earlier, I marked my full length before I started the whole of this, so that you won't think maybe we don't need full length. No, you need it. So this is me getting my full length. Like I told you guys, I use the whole of the fabric. That's the whole length of the fabric. So what I'm just doing here now, I'm just trying to make sure it corresponds with what I want. Then I will just I'll add like 1 inch for hemming. Yes, then the remaining one, I'll just trim it out to make it equal. Okay. Okay, so this is it. Like I told you, I'm just trimming out the down part so that it will be equal there. I'm using the whole of my fabric. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I'm doing now, I'm just going to cut out from that place I marked. Remember I told you guys, after getting my shoulder, I got my sleeve length, like where I want the place that will just serve as a sleeve to stop. After getting it, then I connected it straight. So that is what I just cut out now. That is what I just cut out. So this is it. This is what we have after cutting out. So this is what we have. This is what we have after cut out. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut the neckline. Like I told you, both the front and back neckline are the same. Then I'll cut out our shoulder slope. Okay, just cut out our shoulder slope. Okay, so this is it. This is very, very simple. This butterfly gown is very, very simple to make. So the next thing we are going to do now, this is it. We open it up. It says this is what we have. We open it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pipe the neckline. Yes, I'm going to use bias to pipe the neckline. So in case you are not making use of lace fabric, or you don't want to use bias to pipe it, then you want to use something else, maybe a facing, fine. But because I'm making use of lace fabric, I'm going to use bias to pipe mine. This is the bias I'm making use of. Okay, so I'm just going to take it over to the machine, then I will pipe the neckline. After piping the neckline, I'm going to join the shoulders. Yes, so I'll pipe the neckline, both the front and back neckline. I'm going to pipe it, and I'll pipe it from the front to the back. Like I'll sew on the front, then I'll turn it to the wrong side. So I'll do that, then I'll show you guys. Okay, so guys, so this is it. I already piped the neckline. Okay guys, so this is it. This is what it looks like. So you see, I use my bias to pipe it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the shoulders. Yes, I'll join the shoulders of the front and the back. Okay, so that is it. After joining the shoulders, I'm also going to use my bias to pipe it all round. All round, yes. If you don't want to pipe, you can fold. So whichever one you want to do, but mine, I'm going to make use of bias because this is lace I'm working with. Okay, so I will do all those things, then I will show you guys. So guys, this is it. This is it. I already joined the shoulders like I said. After joining the shoulders, then I use my bias to pipe it all round. All round. Like I said, if you don't want to use your bias, you can actually fold it if you don't want to use bias to pipe it. Even the hemline, I already fold the down part. I use bias to do all those things, okay? So at this junction, if you've not fold the down part, so you can actually use your bias to fold, or you just fold it with the folding allowance you left, okay? So after that, the next thing we are going to do is to put it together the way you see me doing it. Make sure it's equal on the down part. Use your pin to secure it. On the side also, make sure it's equal. You also use your pin to secure it because we are going to we want to shape it out. Yes, now this thing we are doing now is on the right side. You shape out your butterfly gown on the right side, not on the wrong side. And that's why I told you guys this is white, so I'm trying to be very careful. That's why you won't see so much lines. I'm trying to be very, very careful because this is white. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so after that, you see what I'm doing? You're going to put this into two. Yes, you fold it into two, starting from the neck area, making sure it's equal. See what I'm doing? I fold it into two, use my pin to hold it, making sure that equal. We want to shape it out, okay? Fold it into two, making sure that it's equal. Okay, so guys, this is what we have. I told you have to fold it into two. Make sure the shoulder area, the neckline, the sides, that everything is equal so that there won't be any mistake. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so after arranging it and making sure all sides are equal, the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to get our tape. Now from the starting point, that's from that neck area, the starting point, that's the shoulder place, not where we took the shoulder slope. From the starting point, you get your bust point. Yes, you get your bust point. Okay, then you mark it. You get your bust point, you mark it. Okay, after that, you get your half length. After marking your bust point, you get your half length. I know you might not see what I'm marking because I told you this is white. I don't want to stain it. I don't want so much stains on it, okay? So when you get your bust point, you mark it. After getting your bust point, the next measurement you're going to get is your half length. Okay, you get your half length and also mark it. That's the half length. Then after getting your half length, from the half length, you come down and get your hip point. Now my hip point is that's my hip length. My hip length is 9. So these are the measurements you need to get. Okay, your bust point. After your bust point, your half length. After your half length, you get your hip length. Now after getting your hip length, the next thing you're going to do, you're going to go to the down part. Yes, from that your full length area, that down part. See where I'm touching? You place your tape on it and go up by 8.5 inches or 9 inches. Now this I went up by 8.5 inches. Now this point I'm marking is where my shaping will stop. Yes, from that 8.5 inches down, I'm not going to sew on it. I'm not going to shape it so that it's going to be free. My customer will be able to move freely. Okay, so that is it. Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to do now, we'll come to our bust point. This place we have our bust point. Divide your bust circumference by 4. Whatever you have, you mark it. Then you add your allowance for ease. How free you want it to be. Me, I added 1.5 inch because my client said she doesn't want it so tight. Okay, so after adding that, you come to the half length area, you get your waist circumference on the half length area. You also divide it by 4. Whatever you have, you also mark it on the waist, on the half length. That place you marked half length, you mark it there. Okay, after that, the next thing we'll go to the hip length. Yes, that place we mark our hip length. We also go there, divide your hip by 4. Whatever you have, you mark it on the hip. Please don't forget to add your ease. Yes, add your ease. So you see, after marking it, whatever you have on that hip length area, that's your hip circumference, whatever you have there, both the ease, both this ease, everything. You take it to that down part, that place where our 8.5 inch stopped. You take it there and mark it also. Yes, you also mark it. So what we are going to do now, we're going to connect the lines. My own line will not be bold. You won't be able to see it. But if you've gotten what I said, just connect your lines. When you connect the lines, just connect it. Mine will not be visible because this is white. I don't want to stain this fabric so much, okay? So just connect the lines. So after connecting it, the next thing you're going to do, we're going to turn this to the other side. Yes. See the way I connected mine? From the bust point to the half length, to the hip length, then to the full length. That's the 8.5 inches we stopped at. Then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to turn it to the other side. Yes. Whatever we've done on the other side, we're going to do it here. Exactly the same thing. Both the vertical and the horizontal lines, everything we got, we're going to mark it here. Okay, so you're going to just do the same thing. That's all. Okay guys, like I said, the same thing we did on the other side, that is the same thing we are repeating on this side. The same shaping measurements and everything. Okay, so this is it. We are done with it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to open it up. If you open it up, you take out your pins. Now if you check, because you're supposed to connect the lines with a very visible line, like it's supposed to be showing, but I said because this is white, mine won't be so visible. So if you open it up, you're supposed to see the shaping here now. You're supposed to see the shaping well detailed. Everything will be showing, okay? So this is it. This is what we have. I'm trying to show you guys my own line, but it won't be visible. So you see the way it is. Okay. Okay, so this is it. I don't know if you guys can see it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to that place I have those lines. I'm going to sew on it. You see it? I'll sew. See the way it is. I'll run a stitch till I get to that place where the 8.5 inches stop. I will not sew till the end. I'll stop where that 8.5 inches stops. Okay? So you see, this is how I'm going to go and sew on both sides. Yes, on both sides. So please try and do the same thing. See where I will stop. Okay? On both sides. So I'll take it over to the machine, run a stitch the way I just showed you guys. Okay guys, so this is it. You see that opening I told you guys from the down part? So you see how open it is? This will make it possible for my customer to be able to walk. Even if you're making it for yourself, it will make it possible for you to walk freely. You understand? Okay, so this is what our butterfly looks like after shaping. I'm trying to take out the paint. So all I have to do here now is to just iron it. Yes, give it a good press. And our gown is good to go. So you see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And please later I'm still going to upload a detailed tutorial on how to sew an inner. That's a camisole that you can use in wearing something like this. So if you've not subscribed to our channel, so please do wait to subscribe to our channel, do wait to like, do wait to share this video. This is the final look. Thank you guys so much.